This episode is brought to you by listeners like yourself who believe in building a community of positive gamers. Support the show and this positive gaming community by going to XoneBros.com/support. Also, don't forget to sign up for the newsletter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Twitter.
Everybody, welcome to XoneBros.
Nice.
This is podcast number 34.
Ooh, I hear myself really good now.
Yes, you do.
34.
We are your positive gaming and Xbox One community. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. 34. That's 33 more than I thought we would last.
Awesome.
Yes. As always, I am joined by the bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, he has the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the zoo. It's Mr. McSpicy, Mark Haywood.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Wow. Yes.
Second,
Oh, my.
a gift card is a great way to say, go buy your own dang present. It's Jordan the Man, Jordan Casket.
Hey.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yes, and last but not least, you're not fat. You're just easier to see. I am X1. I am David Basket.
Well done.
Thank you. Anyways, we've got a great show for you guys today. I just wanted to mention real quick, you guys heard our intro, our Patreon page. Last time I mentioned it, I promise. But how Patreon works, in case some of you don't know, it's kind of a new system. It's like Kickstarters. It's like a Kickstarter, right? But instead of... Sorry, Jordan distracted me over
Yeah, he's
there.
leaving the room.
He's leaving. What is he doing? It's like Kickstarter, but instead of a one-time donation, you pledge monthly. And you get different things for pledging. For instance, at $1, if you pledge $1 a month to support the show, you get free hugs.
Oh.
It's nice, huh?
Oh.
Hug is the closest distance between two friends.
Oh, that's neat.
At $2, you get access to the Patreon-only feed, which we will be posting update videos and just kind of behind-the-scene videos, etc., etc. At $5, you get a credit at the end of our stream, which we have a couple credits that you guys will see at the end of the stream. At $10, you get a credit. You become a founder, an official XoneBros founder. You get a permanent spot on the founder's wall, which will be going up on the website. And last but not least, for those of you who have the money and the heart, at $100, you get to host an entire show with us if you pledge $100.
Which is cool.
It's limited to 5 spots.
It's a pretty cool show.
It's exclusive.
It's exclusive.
Hey, you were doing so good, I didn't want to interrupt, but you might want to turn yourself up just a little bit.
Oh, am I a little soft? I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I like it when you're...
I like it when you're soft.
Wait, how's this?
Oh, man.
How's this? Is that better?
Is it going to be one of those episodes?
I think
yeah.
so. Okay, there we go. Much better. Anyways, so thank you so much of those of you who have gone over and supported the show and supported the community.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Big thank you.
Yeah.
You will get that free hug.
Yes.
Well, it's not free. Well, it is free.
And our newsletter dropped today.
I'm just going to give you a hug.
I'm just going to give you a hug.
Our newsletter dropped today as well.
Yeah.
And we actually had a Positive Gamer of the Month in the newsletter, our first Positive Gamer. Mr. McSpicy, would you like to announce to the audience who that is?
Before I choke on my water, it was Shebrew.
Shebrew! Woo!
What a cool guy.
She is a cool guy.
Cusses like a sailor when he's drunk. Doesn't
we
remember
love that.
Doesn't remember when he played with you, but very nice guy. He's the one that's been overseeing the Bungie.net group that we have for Destiny. So
Destiny Clan, yeah, the raids and stuff.
yeah,
So.
the raids and all that stuff. Very cool dude.
Way
But,
cool. So cool
yeah.
he got Positive Gamer of the Month this year. So
Unanimous.
It's unanimous. So if you want to keep up with that, go over XoneBros.com /newsletter.
Sign up and
sign up right there, and let's get this show on the road.
Woohoo. And
Jordan.
All right.
Jordan.
Okay. I know. Well, no, you
insert
usually,
awkward silence.
Oh,
Oh,
so
sorry.
you usually say
Sorry.
Jordan.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. A lot of Another good week of Xbox.
Ooh.
And the weeks are only going to get better from this point out.
Not just Xbox. I mean, we are gamers.
Oh, for the
it's
gaming
BlizzCon
industry,
right
yeah.
now.
Oh, it's true.
So I'm actually.
Sure. Wait. Before we get into that, let's talk Overwatch.
Overwatch looked
Yeah,
good.
I mean, I want that to come to console. You think it will? I
Nope.
doubt it.
I don't. Blizzard's strictly PC.
Well, no,
they
they
just brought
released Diablo.
console.
Oh yeah, I guess they did, right?
No,
Yeah.
you
And
never,
then
you
And
never-
StarCraft back in the
First-person
day.
shooter,
StarCraft
Overwatch.
on the
N64,
N64.
yeah.
You had to get that little
Little
memory
bit
card
thing,
thing
yeah,
on the
so
front.
it could
Yeah,
play. And it would still lag.
It was like 8 frames per second.
It would still lag really bad when you had like 2 players. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess they could.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I-
so Overwatch is Blizzard's take on first-person
Yeah,
shooter.
their first attempt at a first-person shooter, and it looks awesome.
Completely new genre for them.
Yeah,
I mean, well, IP completely.
well,
'cause
it's been 17 years since they've done a new IP.
yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
a long time.
I mean, if you count Hearthstone, but Hearthstone is based off of World of War. You know what I mean? So like, but a completely new, no strings attached to the old ones.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention
Uncharted
that because
territory.
I have on my computer screen, I'm watching the Hearthstone World Championship right now as I'm doing this podcast. I don't mean to throw it off, but as
I like-
gamers, it's a good weekend.
I
so.
like to watch the arenas.
the
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And StarCraft 2 is going on right now, too.
And
so.
I'm sure they're going to do lots of Warlords of Draenor this weekend as well, because that comes out next week. So
Anyways, good. It's a good week for gamers.
Yeah.
So, now back to Xbox One.
Anyways,
Jordan.
go check out Overwatch, their trailer. I really want that to come to console. I hope it does.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah.
all right. So later this month, later this month is the Xbox One's one-year-old birthday.
Oh.
Later this month. 1
Oh,
year
right.
ago, we were
should-
getting ready to go stand in line at
We
the
should have some
Microsoft
kind of
store.
special celebration.
We should, yeah.
Birthday party,
But
if you will.
anyway, I just thought this was cool. I'm not going to go through all the features because there's tons of them. But over at Major Nelson's blog, they released all the new features they delivered in Xbox One's first year, and you guys can look as I scroll down. It is huge.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And if you go down all the way, it goes through each month. It tells you all the updates. There's been a ton of
Yeah.
updates in just the first year, and it's made it a better console. So that makes me excited for the future. I mean, if they're this willing to do it in the first year, can you imagine? Second
Yeah.
5 years on, it's going to continuously get better, and it's all features that we wanted. I remember what
And most of it's like requests from the
our
community.
first show. We all mentioned we wanted the friend notifications,
Yeah.
right? It's all just little stuff we wanted, backgrounds. It's all cool. But anyway, that is cool. So it's almost 1 year old.
Yeah. Oh.
Almost 1 year old. My warranty is almost up.
That's when the red ring starts to come.
Yeah.
So, right as your warranty
I
up,
actually-
that's
think
when it
they-
happens.
I think they prevented that red ring with that huge fan.
I actually had to turn mine in already.
Yeah, you had it the first couple weeks,
First
right?
couple
But
weeks.
it was no problem though.
No problem.
Yeah,
Turned
in
it
and out.
in, got it back to me, got me a new. They just shipped me a brand new one. In like 2 days, it only took. It wasn't very long at all. That's service.
Yeah.
So, anyway, also in other news, the Atari Game Over. If you guys remember that from a while back, it
Oh, yeah.
premieres November 20th exclusively on Xbox One. They have a trailer up. I'll post it on our Facebook page, but it's pretty cool. It's been the history of Atari and like the games and how they were buried.
I
and stuff.
am
It looks
not
pretty
a
cool,
big
so.
documentary guy, but after watching the Halo 2 documentary the other night with you, I'm
Yeah, I'll watch the
interested in
documentary.
this stuff.
Ah,
This is
it's
so
good.
interesting.
The gaming documentaries are really
Yeah,
interesting.
they're so
like King of
interesting,
Kong,
and-
one of my favorite
Oh,
documentaries
King of Kong
ever.
is-
Yeah,
oh,
it's one
yeah,
of my
King of
favorite
Kong is so
documentaries.
good.
A fistful of quarters?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
King of
nickels or
Kong.
whatever it is? Oh,
So
that's
good.
so good.
And didn't Tokyo recommend some? And I actually went and favorited
Yeah,
them on...
Video Game the Movie.
Yeah, I favored that on Netflix.
Video Game the
Check
Movie
that
was
out.
one of them. Oh, I can't remember the other one.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I did watch Video Game the
Yeah,
Movie.
and
Was it good?
I actually got to
Yeah,
watch
it was good.
too.
It was good. I still like other documentaries better, but it really does a good job at illustrating the history of gaming.
Yeah.
I had no idea that the first actual gaming computer was in like 1962, and it was like the first computer. It was at MIT. It was the first computer that had a visual screen,
Oh, okay.
and all the MIT guys just put a guy put a game on it. They made a computer with a screen, and then might as well make this fun. And it was like your first asteroid game,
Yeah,
kind of. And they had, if I remember right, they had to take it off because they weren't getting work done. These students at MIT or whatever.
Oh,
So
that's funny. So
really, really interesting. So
yeah, so
I
check that.
like
that
it.
one's over on Netflix, right? The
Yeah,
video
that one's on
game
Netflix
one?
right now.
Yeah,
Video Game
Netflix,
the movie.
I saw that one.
And Rudy is the one who narrates it.
Oh, really?
right. Yeah.
Really?
Sean something.
Sam?
Sam.
Samwise Gamgee.
Yeah.
Gamgee.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, but if you haven't got a chance on the Xbox One, you can go over and check out the Halo 2 documentary.
Yeah.
It is
Really
superb.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
really
seen
good.
it yet,
Superb.
so I'm
But
excited
anyway, so
to watch that this
that
weekend.
premieres exclusively on Xbox One November 20th. Also, this week, Microsoft completed and successfully acquired Minecraft for $2.5 billion.
Wow. Yep.
So, well,
could be a seller,
you know,
too.
they completed their acquisition of Mojang Studios after a $2.5 billion purchase announcement.
$2.5 billion.
So
I want to create a game like that and make that much money.
in a day, basically. Well, not a day, but they said, "Hey, we'll give you $2.5 billion."
It's lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's never.
So
That
is
will be
awesome.
lucky if that happens.
And yeah,
Microsoft has acquired Minecraft Studio, Mojang Studio, or Minecraft. So
All right.
good
Yeah.
for them. That means we're probably going to get really good Minecraft stuff on the Xbox One. So,
that could turn into a big console seller too. So
yeah, because people love Minecraft.
Yeah.
So anyway, Smite. If you remember back at was it Gamescom? It was announced for the
Yeah.
Xbox One. They are aiming for a closed beta for the Xbox One in 2015. Or early 2015, so hopefully January, February, probably more February because they got a good lineup for January. But
yeah,
it's going to be cool. I'm actually super excited for
you're
Smite.
excited.
Yeah,
I'm not a MOBA player.
I like
so.
the MOBAs, and I like the idea of Smite because it's a
Third person.
different view of a MOBA, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Far Cry 4 is now available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One.
All right, one
so
sec.
last week when you tried to buy it, you can buy it right now.
Yeah, I'll do
So
it
there
right
you go.
now.
All right. Also, for now available for digital pre-order and download, WWE 2K15.
I do love me some wrestling
So
games.
I remember when you had your Dreamcast. We had
Some
a
of the
wrestling
best
game.
times of
Yeah.
my life have been playing wrestling.
My favorite
on the
wrestling
Nintendo.
game of all time was like WWF Raw on the Super Nintendo, and I would always be the clown. Donk the clown.
Dude,
Donk.
is that the one that had Andre the Giant?
I don't think it had Andre the Giant in there.
Oh,
None of that one. That might have been regular Nintendo.
I don't know.
It was fabulous. So I'd always do Royal Rumble, and you just had to like flip people out of the ring. Oh, so good.
I always just love sitting there taunting people, and so it builds up your meter in those games. You're just like,
Anyway, so those two games are available for digital pre-order and download on the Xbox One, which, in my opinion, is the way to go.
oh yeah.
A game I enjoy, and I
do
actually might
enjoy
pick up
this.
this month as well. Magic 2015. I like to play the card game at the comic book stores and stuff.
You do,
FNM,
and you never
Friday
take me
Night
with
Magic. Okay.
Never. Never take me with you. I've asked you.
Anyway,
Do you know what? Even when you're not here, he bashes you.
Yeah.
He's just like, Jordan never invites me
He
anywhere.
never invites me to go to the comic book
Well,
store
do
to play
you want
games
to
with him.
play?
I would like to go.
Okay.
I would like to experience
Yeah.
the atmosphere.
And
I
you know what?
experienced
You know what? I'm
once-
left out too.
Yeah.
I experience once or
and
twice
he
a week.
lives like 1 block away.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
it depends on depending on the day is what shop we go to. So
Okay.
it's-
Well, the phone, just quick text message, maybe even a tweet. I don't
Phone
care.
is about
You
a-
can email me.
The phone is 1 pocket away.
I mean, just let us know. I'll drop everything. I am irresponsible.
Okay, well, next time I play Magic, I actually have my deck in my car right now. I never go anywhere without
Next
it.
time you play Magic, you'll be able to on the Xbox One.
Yeah. No, really, I never go anywhere without it.
I
'cause
remember
never
when
know.
you guys got me into the Xbox 360 Magic.
Yeah.
And I bought the wrong game.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
oh, yeah.
you bought. That was so funny. You bought 2012, and we are all buying 2013.
I know, you guys didn't tell me which one. I was like, Magic, all right, bye. I'll play with them now.
And weren't we
Wrong
like,
one.
Mark, we sent you an invite. Why isn't it?
Yeah, that was funny.
That was funny.
Mark, you're
Well,
not
this
in
one,
there.
this is the only one for Xbox One, so it should be pretty easy to.
You can't mess up.
Yeah, well, maybe you can. I don't know. Anyway, so that's now available for Xbox One. We also got The Wolf Among Us. David,
Yeah, you're into
Did you get
that,
this
yeah?
one? Yeah,
I've actually been having a lot of fun with Walking Dead, so Wolf Among Us.
I've got to finish
And they say
Walking
Wolf
Dead
Among
first,
Us is
but
better.
Yeah, Wolf Among Us, based on the comic book Fable comic book series, excellent comic book series. Love
Yeah.
it.
Uh-huh,
Loving it.
So, anyway, that is now available for the Xbox One. The big hitter for the week, Call of Duty Advanced Warfighter, or Warfare. Sorry, I keep getting that in the Ghost Recon one mixed up.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is now available for Xbox One.
I forgot to take it back.
I know
Another,
mine is.
another
There's
couple-
mine right
$4
there. I got
or
another
whatever.
$2 today. Great.
Great. Also, David emailed me this earlier in this week, and I
Stoked.
got super excited.
Hashtag stoked.
Yes. 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 And Dragon Age Inquisition is coming out this month. And if you have EA Access, Inquisition is available for you on November 13th, and you get your 6-hour trial.
Yeah.
just so everybody knows.
Is it only 6 hours for it? Or?
Yeah, so the
okay.
6-hour trial lets you create your hero, form an
So-
Inquisition, take you to the first
so
steps
that's-
into Theodis.
That's Thursday. This upcoming Thursday,
Mhm.
and then the following Tuesday it releases. So you could have the game pretty well underway before it releases to the rest of the world. And I have EA access. So.
What I think I might do is I might wait till like the night of, and then just at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or 6 o'clock, they just play it because it'll just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Link, I guess, but anyway, that is cool.
Some excitement there.
Yeah. Anyway, that's really cool. I'm actually I really like EA access. So
As do I.
And thanks to XoneBros subscribing, I have it now for a year. So
Yes, you do.
because this next big story, I actually really enjoyed. This made me excited. I
saw this.
I have never played a next news story is about Mass Effect. Everybody, I've never played a Mass Effect game ever.
Good game.
Yeah,
Good
and
game.
I might actually get into the whole series. But the next Mass Effect, the lead writer from Halo 4. Chris, I can't pronounce his last name.
Let's give it a shot. It's always funny.
Schlurf.
Schlurf.
Chris Schlurf.
Schlurf.
Excuse me.
Chris Schlurf, the lead writer at 343 Industries. He was the lead writer on Halo 4. BioWare revealed that he is going to be the writer for the next Mass Effect.
Oh, nice.
And there's actually, with the new story, there's a piece of concept art, and it looks pretty cool.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So he wrote the story for Halo 4?
I'm sure. Well, he was considered a writer of Halo 4. I don't know
yeah.
if he wrote these. I didn't know if he's like no looking, no peeking.
No one looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like
Hidden in
looking
a
over his shoulder.
somewhere in the woods, trying to finish writing the story. Story for Halo 4.
Okay, so the
Was it
story
good?
for Halo 4.
No spoilers. No,
No
yeah,
spoilers.
I'm
no,
asking
no.
what it is.
Yeah, don't tell us what it is. 'cause we
So
don't
what
know.
happens is so the story of Halo 4 and because Halo 4 has had a lot. It's my favorite story out of all the Halo games.
Oh, so that's
My
that's why that's
favorite-
news.
Now, and I'm probably going to take a lot for that. But because
okay.
Halo 4 got highly criticized, the problem with Halo 4, in my opinion, was not the campaign; it was the multiplayer.
Okay.
Because it was kind of shifted
Call- it
towards.
was
It's
COD,
kind of,
very
I mean, it
COD.
was still Halo, but it kind of shifted towards Call of Duty, and it just
Different
It felt
loadouts.
different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It felt. I mean, so that's why I'm excited for the new Halos to come out. But that would be my only criticism with Halo 4. I thought Halo 4 story was the best. It went where it needed to go, and I'm excited to play it with you guys. Previously, ODST was my favorite storyline of the Halo games, but Halo 4. So I'm actually excited for this. This is why I would pick up the new Mass Effect. So, because basically says he joins the team as a lead writer following for the next installment and stuff. So.
Way cool.
Yeah, Mass Effect is.
And
It's
I've
a
heard
good
Mass
game.
Effect is a really good game.
It's
so.
fun.
Also, with Far Cry, they announced their Season Pass trailer. It's about the Yeti. You can see, it's just like a 30-second trailer, and it kind of shows a silhouette of a Yeti,
Oh, nice.
So, but it's pretty cool.
What? Oh, Far Cry 4.
Yeah. Sorry,
Whoa.
Far Cry 4. Yeah, sorry.
Whoa,
Far Cry
that's my
4.
brain. We got a new writer. Halo got a new writer. It's a Yeti. they're featuring a Yeti.
He said Far Cry 4.
I know. I spaced at that point. So
Far Cry
I
4.
was just real. I was like, Mass Effect has a. I don't know. Is that me? Sorry.
Yeah, it's you.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, who is it? Who is it?
It's my nephew.
Tell him to.
He's probably
stop
watching
playing.
you right now.
I know.
He's probably watching. Tell him to watch you.
All right, next to the news, Grand Theft Auto is one of the exclusive things for the next generation release for the Xbox One. They're going to have for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. They're going to have first-person mode.
Oh.
And actually, we were watching a video of it first person. It actually looks really good in first person.
Oh yeah,
They-
we were just watching that.
Yeah, you can
It looks
tell-
like a world.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
could tell they-
That's a stupid sounding comment, but you're in it, and it's like, wow, from first person, it's like I'm
yeah,
here.
it's completely different.
Yeah, it is. It
and you
really
can tell
is.
they took their time to go in and really it looks good in first person. So, and we're excited for that game. So, Lords of the Fallen DLC pack will come out this winter.
This winter.
The
Winter
first
is
expansion.
coming.
Which means it could be January. Is January considered
Yeah.
winter?
So
February
it says
Okay.
the first expansion to Lords of the Fallen will arrive this winter,
Winter is coming.
and it's called Ancient.
Yes, you
and
were there.
it's,
Well, I saw.
it's going by the name Ancient Labyrinth, and the downloadable content will focus on puzzle solving and a new location known as the Library, which includes the history of the hero Harkin's world, as well as magical power shifting the Lord to battle.
Cool.
So cool little.
None of
synopsis.
us, surprisingly, none of us have gotten this game yet.
That's
And it's
because there's
right
like
up,
3 other games that came out before.
I know,
it, and I have no
but
money.
it's right up all of our alleys. I look forward to when we do start playing that game. So
Yeah. So, all right. Next, probably one of the bigger announcements of the week. I saw this one last night.
I just want to show you that to you. Keep going,
And
Jordan.
Trials Fusion gets a multiplayer by the end of the year.
My nephew,
nice.
my nephew's sending. He's giving me football tickets.
nice.
It's cool. Okay, back to you.
All right. So Trials Fusion, like I said, is going to have a 8-player, I believe it was,
Yes.
multiplayer, and it's going to. They said it's going to be here by the end of the year. So that's really they don't got much time.
They don't have a lot.
It's coming out in the next month or two.
2 months if it's by the end of the year.
But anyway, that'll be cool finally. And if you log into Trials, there's that little part. I forget what it's called, but it's right in the middle, and it says "coming soon."
Mm-hmm.
And it was rumored and supposed to be the multiplayer. Now we finally know it is the multiplayer, and it'll be fun because that's the one thing that game was missing. That game is incredibly fun and awesome.
Well, some of
but
the
it's
other ones
funner with
had it
friends.
too.
Yeah, had it,
and
yeah.
it was very fun to.
But this is going to be
Play with
like
your friends.
online. Yeah, online.
It's really-
multiplayer. Yeah,
really good.
it's a fun game. So, but
Yeah, it's a
now we
solid
get
game.
into the biggest news of the week, and probably going to be the biggest news of next week: Halo. So, as we all know, Halo is coming out this Tuesday, and
Tuesday.
Halo spawns its own esports league,
$50,000 prize.
$50,000 prize.
Is that like the total,
Is
or
the-
is that the purse for the winner?
Oh, I don't know.
You know,
Great.
No, I
That's a
don't
great
know.
question.
But it says Microsoft and developer 343 Industries have unveiled a new esport league dedicated entirely to the publisher's flagship shooter franchise, which is Halo.
Nice.
cool.
So yeah, my dream is to be in that tournament. I've entered a couple Halo
Yeah.
tournaments on like launch nights and stuff. It is difficult.
Well, yeah. I mean, pro gaming
Is
y-
difficult.
It's pro. It's not. It's not your high school
It's not.
tournament.
Yeah, you're not sitting on the couch anymore.
Half the time you're playing like Koreans, and they go to school for this stuff. You know, so
Next, we already mentioned this earlier, but Remaking the Legend is out on the Xbox One. It's free to watch, free to download, and it's a great. That's the Remaking the Legend is the Halo 2 anniversary documentary that they came out with. Incredibly good.
Super good.
Very, very good. They basically go through and they start with Halo 1 and they go all the way up to remaking Halo 2.
The most interesting thing I found in there, because I always knew this, or I was always under this assumption because it's what I had heard as the history of Halo, that it started out on a Mac and Microsoft purchased it. It was a Mac game.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs announced it.
It wasn't.
I think it wasn't. They shut that right down. What happened?
well, that I saw that in where did I see that? It was a YouTube like.
Yeah, so Steve Jobs announces it, but what happens is Steve Jobs came to them like a week before their Apple conference and said, "Hey, I want to put a game on Microsoft." And then on on Mac. And they're like, so they scrambled and they just kind of threw something together, and they actually made up a song like the week before.
Yeah, it was all like 2 days.
2 days,
like
and
right
then
before.
they like had to press play on the CD player and spacebar at the same time on stage in order for it to work. It was that just like thrown together. And at that, Steve Jobs, that's when he said, "This game made exclusively."
it said being developed first for the Mac.
Yeah.
And they went back and they're like, yeah, that wasn't true. We had to scramble a couple days before and redo
completely
it.
false.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs in his
Yeah.
Wow.
business showmanship.
Huh.
But it was
Super
fun, and
interesting, huh?
Because I've seen that at multiple sources.
Yeah.
But
well, and I never noticed this, but they also said Jason, I forget his last name, but he's one of the lead. He says
He's
if
the
you
lead-
look closely, you
he's
can
the
see him
founder
too.
of Bungie.
Yeah, founder. One of the founders. There was 2 of them, I think.
Yeah.
But he says the one guy says, yeah, if you look really closely, you can see him take a huge breath before he
Because they
explained-
didn't
'cause
know.
they didn't. Yeah,
there
they-
were
it
so
was
many
just-
bugs and stuff. And he
yeah.
goes,
And then, yeah, he hits the play button,
and then it plays.
and then he turns
Oh,
around,
man.
and as he's walking away, he's like, kind of,
Yeah.
here we go.
Here we go. Let's see what happens.
But it worked out, and it's a cool. So, but and just people already know this, but Halo was originally an RTS and stuff like that. So, then it was-
Really?
yeah, and then it was developed to a first-person shooter. So,
I didn't know that either.
Something-
wow, a
something
lot of
that-
information in
Yeah,
this
I know.
last
Something else that is interesting about that, just go watch the movie. These are not spoilers. This all happened in like the first 10 minutes of the show. But Microsoft came and said, "Hey, we're building a gaming console. We want you guys on there." And it was a huge leap of faith because you don't think about that. But they said, "Okay," and they were like, "Well, this might just sink. It might not work at all. We don't know. Microsoft's doing this." And then the next thing they flash to Phil Spencer, and he's like, yeah, when you look at our launch titles at the time, we really had no business being in the gaming industry at all.
Mm-hmm.
Our launch titles, they were not bad. Project Gotham was one of them. I think like Fusion Frenzy,
I remember Project
right?
Gotham. I remember
Mech
Fusion
Warrior wasn't
Yes,
it?
I don't remember. He goes through them though in the show, and he's like, and without Halo, there would probably be no Xbox today. But what stuck out to me was this: like, you don't realize it was a huge chance Bungie might not have existed. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
if you watch the other documentary about Bungie, the reason they went to Microsoft acquired Bungie was anyway. There's 2 documentaries. Watch them both
Oh,
because
okay.
it talks about that.
So there-
in
what's
the
the other
one,
documentary?
In the other one, it's a specific Bungie documentary, and it goes from when Bungie started with one of their games all the way to what they're doing now. Which
Well, no,
Destiny.
yeah, I know that Microsoft purchased them.
Yeah,
They say
Microsoft
that.
acquired
But
them,
they
yeah.
were saying we might not be a studio if this doesn't pan out. We don't know what this box is.
Well,
because
'cause I know in the other documentary
they
were-
Sony was the powerhouse. You had
Uh-huh.
Nintendo powerhouse. You know, Dreamcast was still there. Sega was still in the game at that time. You know.
Yeah.
So, and another interesting fact, I just like this fact. Phil Spencer, in that same member, he goes on to talk about, he says, if you look at the sales numbers, we didn't sell a lot of Xbox consoles, but they sold a lot of Halo.
Yeah.
They sold more Halo than they did Xbox consoles.
Well, I know I have like 3 versions because I would lend my disc out or lose it.
Yeah,
Or I'm like,
you
dang it, I have to buy another one.
So, but it shows, yeah, it's
I really
such
do.
a
I have
cool
like, I think I have
documentary,
3 CDs
so.
of the original Halo. Still
I've
in
watched
my
it. I've watched
boxes.
it twice myself already. So, but it's really good.
Well played.
Well played.
All right, other Halo news. I just want to remind everybody that clear your hard drives. Halo's a big game.
Oh, I already cleared my hard drive.
Because we had to install Evolve.
But anyway,
was it Evolve?
just a
No,
reminder,
it was
Halo,
Call of Duty. That's what we had to install.
it's got that 15 gig day one download, and then the game itself I think is 40 something. You're getting 4 games in one. It's a big game, so just get ready for it. Pre-download it. Also, Halo Fest this weekend, November 8th through 11th, and on the 11th is when a lot of the stuff starts. So they have the Global Halo Tournament, which is the 8th through the 9th, and I'm
This weekend.
excited to watch it. Yeah, this weekend. Also, they'll have a first look at Halo Fest of Halo 5 Guardians beta.
Oh.
So we'll get to see it a month before we get to play it, which is pretty cool. I'm excited for that. They'll have the world premiere of Halo Nightfall, and then of course they'll have interviews with 343 and more little stuff, stuff like that, as they're showing off the game to the premiere this Tuesday at midnight Eastern at 12:01 Eastern time.
which means for us 10.
Yeah. So and
yes,
I did hear that, and that did happen with Sunset Overdrive, and I have no doubt that it'll happen with Halo. But
excellent.
it is going to be awesome. Also, if you plan on going to a midnight release, all Microsoft stores across the country are doing a Master Chief Collection a grand party. They're going to have all different kinds of stuff there. So I'm actually going to go the next day on Tuesday to the Microsoft store because they're going to have what they call it. They called it Halo Hour from like 4 to 5, and they're going to do different things with Halo the day of and stuff. So it's going to be really cool. They're going to have a huge event across all the Microsoft stores across the nation. But and last thing on the news, probably one of my favorite things all week, Mr. McSpicy tweeted this out the other day. Halo Master Chief Collection came out with a launch trailer.
Oh, so
one of
sexy.
the best trailers I've ever seen. Such a good trailer. I'll put it on our Facebook page tonight. It was so good.
Chad just confirmed it is 12:01 Eastern, which means
12:01 Eastern.
10:01 for us.
Yeah, and
9:01
9:01
if
for
you're in California.
Pacific. Yeah. 11:01 if you're in the time zone between us in the Eastern time. So anyway, but hey, if you haven't seen that,
6:01 if you're in Hawaii. That would be awesome.
Wow,
Right after
6:01
work.
p.m.
but anyway, that is awesome. Check it out. If you're not gonna buy Halo,
If you're
that
not
trailer-
gonna buy
if
Halo,
you're not gonna buy Halo, that trailer will change your mind.
It
oh,
will.
it's so good.
So.
It blew my friggin' mind.
Blew it right
Anyway,
up.
a lot of good news this week, but that is it.
Looking forward to Halo. Most death.
And
Most
it-
death.
And Antley.
Saving the day. And your wallet.
And with that, we
All
will
right.
try and save you guys some money.
Deals
here
of the
with some
week.
deals.
Xbox One deals with gold are Thief. 33 to 50% off.
I can't say I recommend that game at all. Sorry.
I do not either. Murder Soul Suspect. Also 33 to 50% off.
That one.
I do not recommend that game.
That one I would try by myself because I think with
maybe
that
you're right.
one,
We didn't
it
give it
was
too
the
much of a
three
chance,
of us
did we?
played together,
And we were streaming it, and that game is.
and we're
You
trying.
felt
not
like
to
a
talk.
moron.
Yeah, but what I did like about that game, what it did well was, it was kind of creepy.
I got to tell you,
and
I was.
the link between the two.
It was a
worlds,
cool
the
concept.
afterlife.
So.
Can I be honest?
Modern
I was bored out of my mind for like the 3 hours I played that game.
Yeah.
Okay then. I would
got
recommend
pizza out
trying
of
it
it,
out.
though.
In fact, I would like to go back and try it out
Wait,
myself.
did you bring pizza?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was me
thank
and you,
you.
remember? And then David came over,
Yeah,
and
David
then
showed
Rylock,
up.
my dad,
Yeah.
came over. So.
Yeah, it was.
But anyway, also Sherlock
Good
Holmes,
time.
Crimes and Punishment, 33% off, and D4 Dreams Don't Lie, 33% off. So we got Thief, Murdered Soul Suspect, Sherlock Holmes, and D4. Dreams Don't
D4
Lie.
is one that is right up my alley. It looks weird and awesome, and I have not yet got to play that. But
So
It looks weird.
other deals of the week. Best Buy, XoneBros showed me this. There's a lot of good deals. Pre Black Friday deals. So Best Buy has an Xbox. Apparently, I've just lost my spot on the. There we go. Xbox One. If you buy an Xbox One console from Best Buy, you get a free Xbox Live Gold membership for 1 year.
yeah, that's
So
nice.
it's a pretty good deal. Costco, I think, probably has the best deals. I think
It is. I love Costco.
So for Xbox One, you can pick up Assassin's Creed Unity bundle with a console. So the Assassin's Creed Unity bundle that comes with the console, and at Costco it comes with a playing charge kit, an extra controller, and both Assassin's Creed Unity and Black Flag for $399.
Nice.
99. So you get all that extra stuff for $400.
Yeah, that is a great
Or
deal.
you can just get the Assassin's Creed Unity bundle that just comes with the 2 games for $349.99.
Also-
And that is the deal that Microsoft. That's one of their Christmas, holiday
Yeah.
deals that it's going on everywhere. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied.
Can I just say, Xbox is stepping up their game for this month
yeah.
or two for Christmas
Oh yeah,
or for the holidays. They're
you're getting aggressive,
it's
and I appreciate it.
I love it.
I love aggression.
You do.
Also, to sweeten the deal, Costco is offering up to $30 off when you add select accessories to your Xbox One console. You can get $7 off the playing charge kit, $7 off the extra controller, and $16 off gold membership this year. They also, they also have a few games discounted by $4, and that's Costco.
Costco.
Cool.
I love Costco so much. I'm a card carrying member.
Yeah, so
actually.
Best Buy and
Hey, yeah, me too.
Costco.
Nice.
Great produce.
Great
produce. Best Buy and Costco are having those deals, and then of course we have the deals with gold this week. So
Nice.
get out there to your local Best Buys
Great
and
deals.
your local Costco's.
5 dozen eggs also at Costco for like $7 right now. $6.99. So also another
M&Ms?
great deal. Oh, M&Ms when those
And
things go on
family
sale.
pack M&Ms.
When
you
those
know?
things go on sale at $6 or $7.99, I think is what it is. I'm all over those bad boys.
I bought jerky yesterday.
oh,
Oh,
two
nice.
pack comes in the 2-pack. Yeah,
So
anyway.
I buy Costco gas.
Is this a commercial for Costco?
That's enough, the both of you.
Oh man! All right, that means it's the segment. I'm a little tongue-tied today.
Me
Sorry
too.
about that. There's something in the air, in the water. Anyways, let's talk about what we played this week. Mr. McSpicy, let's start with you.
Oh, I've been trying to think because I know I've played a lot. I actually started like a minute ago trying to list all my games.
I can start.
I can too. So I started out because last weekend was like the BlizzCon best of 16 stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I watched a
I
lot
was
of
watching
StarCraft. I watched a lot of Hearthstone. So it got that Hearthstone itch. I played Hearthstone. Let's get that out of the way. I did play a lot of Destiny at the beginning of the week, and then stopped entirely. I did. And then I rented Call of Duty.
Boom.
I rented it and played that. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
Because that was an intense install phase and
Oh, yes, it was.
all that stuff. And then because of Call of Duty, I ended up playing. I was going to play some Dark Souls 2 because I didn't want to play any more Call of Duty with you.
Yes.
And then we ended up playing Portal 2.
Okay.
Right? What
Yep.
else did we try to
Portal
play?
2. We played chess.
We did. I
While we
wanted
were
to
waiting-
record while we were waiting to
we were
install
waiting
all
for
the
Portal
games.
2 to install,
We
so
played
we
online chess. I was going to do a let's play, record a let's play of me and Jordan playing chess.
Mark ended up winning right at the end because I made a stupid move.
No,
'Cause I
he didn't
see
know
your
the maps. He didn't
Yeah,
know the
I
maps
know
in that
that.
game.
I didn't have the DLC for it.
You don't know the maps in that game. You're done.
So I won chess.
And then we
While
played
we were-
Portal
it, was,
2.
it was such a good time. And then I got the beta to the crew.
Oh yeah, good one.
And so I played the crew
Oh.
as well. And I did that is a let's play on our YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
I was checking that out today. So let's start with the crew.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I liked it.
Really?
It was. It's weird to have. I don't know if it's just me, but but it's weird to have a race car game that has a decent story.
Really?
Huh.
Really?
I
There's
felt
a story?
There's a story, and I felt it wasn't bad.
Huh.
And I obviously it's a beta, and they even say at the very beginning, there's a lot of stuff missing. Please bear with us. We're testing out all this stuff. This is what you can see. This is what you can do, and so the story's going to be hit and miss, kind of a thing. That's what they said. But
It's gonna be holes or something.
yeah, I was impressed with what I played. I only played it for an hour, so it's only that far in. So take what I say now with a grain of salt. But I enjoyed the game.
My big concern with that was, with the crew. I'm on Forza Horizon. How is the driving? Let's talk about. It's
Forza's
driving
better.
Okay.
Forza feels better.
I know it's an arcade style, so you're going to expect more arcadey. But overall, was it good? Was it bad?
And see, it's hard to say with the beta, simply because I don't know if I have a good car or a bad car. I don't know. There's a leveling system. You can upgrade your car a lot, and so I don't know if I just had the early phases of the car.
Okay.
Because I felt as though the turning was very difficult to control. I felt it felt. I don't know the word. It didn't feel tight, so it felt. There was a learning curve, and it was hard. You can watch me fail like crazy on
I watched the first video today. It looked how is the immersive factor? Because they advertise it as get online and drive this whole huge world that is interactive.
The map is massive. I drove for like 15 minutes from Detroit, and I ended up in the Michigan forests.
Okay,
and
legitimately, it's not just like you have to take this one road. Like you can
No,
go wherever you want.
You can go wherever you want, and there's roads. And as you drive along, you can tell it's like it kind of reminds me, kind of like the fog of war in StarCraft.
Okay. Uh-huh.
You can tell where you've been on the map.
Oh, okay.
There's like a little you've been
Yeah.
here, and there's roads. There's spidering roads everywhere. And I saw one of my friends. I don't know who it was. They were down in L.A. And I was like, well, might as well drive down there. Only made it to Michigan. Yeah, but the map is it's not exactly the United States.
Well, yeah, it's kind of scaled.
It's
in a way,
it's scaled really weird because Las Vegas is apparently in Wyoming.
Oh,
it's right. It's like up there, or we're right next to us.
maybe that's just what reason it's a beta. Maybe they haven't got their maps.
Well, no, their maps. I'm sure the map is done because that's a lot of work to restructure that. So it's just it's just they're basically consider it if the United States was a state. Those are the counties.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. That's how it felt like to me. It's a big map. It is a very big map. I wasn't able to play with a friend, which I think is going to be the biggest strength of this game.
Yeah.
I think Forza 2, its strength was actual race car driving. It felt when I would race with that, I felt like it felt better than the racing in this.
And you're speaking of Forza Horizon 5.
Forza Horizon 2.
Just Forza 5. Did you play Forza Horizon?
I played a little bit of it.
Okay.
I played a little bit of it. So, it just, it's just because the Forza Horizon 5 or Forza Horizon 2, it was like it wasn't advanced like Forza Horizon or Forza 5.
Correct.
It was more arcadey, and
yeah.
it felt better to me.
Yeah.
It felt.
I will say the world in Forza Horizon 2 doesn't feel as alive as I would like.
And see, I never played. I only played a little bit. So
and that's my question in the crew. As you're driving through Michigan or Detroit.
Oh, I ran over lots of people. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Is the world? That's what. In that type of game, I feel like immersion would be important. If they're portraying, they're focusing on it's this huge world, sandbox, explore it with your friends.
Yeah.
Right?
And see, and I wasn't able to play it with a friend, so and I think as I was playing, pop-ups came and said, "Start a crew right now." Press this button to start a crew. There's other people around you. Do you want to start a crew with them? Kind of a thing. So they are pulling you into this community factor inside the game, and I didn't get a chance to do that. I will be playing it more. Probably tonight.
Is it
this
a timed
weekend.
Alpha, or do you have it as?
I'm sure it's timed. Yeah.
What stood out to me in watching what you recorded today, the intro was freaking long. Like the intro video, it was.
Well, I was on the phone call.
He was on the phone with me.
It took up a big chunk of time.
Yeah.
Well, which is fine. That's no big deal or anything.
Can
but
I
it's just
say?
something that I noticed.
Can I say I am a sucker for good music?
Oh yeah, and
And
you
that-
kept mentioning it. You're like, I love this music.
That music is
OMG,
bad
this music
A.
is awesome!
Yeah, it is awesome. It's just the kind of
it
style
did.
of
The
music I
soundtrack-
like.
The soundtrack was cool. Yeah.
So I want to say the strength. It's a race. It's a racing game. So you want to say, well, the strength is it's racing. I don't think that at this point. I think it's the community factor. I think it's friend.
How does it compare? Because that game to me reminds me of Burnout Paradise.
Yes, I noticed as I was
Yeah.
playing, if you go into oncoming traffic, you get money, you get a bonus, just like Burnout. If you drift for a certain way, you get more money. You don't get boosts like nitrous. Didn't you get nitrous on that
yeah.
in that? So it's not like that, but it's currency to upgrade your car later. So the more skilled of a driver you are, the more you're rewarded, if that's what you're asking.
What they need to do is bring back the collision camera sending.
Oh, that was so funny.
That, I think to this day, favorite game mechanic.
So explain what
So
it
what
is.
you would do in Burnout Paradise when you were in online free roam and you crashed someone and totaled their car and your car, if you had your Xbox, the old white Xbox webcam
camera.
hooked up, it would take a picture of you and then send it to them as
Yeah.
in like they totaled your car.
Tell,
Yeah.
tell the story of what I did when we were.
Did it
playing
you?
together.
Was that when you mooned the camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So we
would crash
collisioned
into
someone
people,
and then we
this
mooned
guy
them.
was like talking trash, like, hey, what are you doing? He kept following me, so I kept running into him, and I would moon the camera.
and
Yeah.
it sends it to him, and it's
Right
funny
there.
because like
And
you
now
can see,
your
you can hear the
Xbox
people
Live
laugh.
account is banned.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I enjoyed the crew. I think it's going to be a solid game, and it's a beta, so
that's
take
good.
everything I said with a grain of salt. And I haven't played that much of it. I really the storyline seemed really fun. Seemed good. And
That is rare for a racing game.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't want to give any spoilers.
And it doesn't take
but-
away from the game at all. Because in racing games, typically they send you go race. I mean,
Oh
that's-
no! The reason I say no is because yes, you can go to a mission. You can go from point A to point B, and as you're going, you can. I noticed this. You can go through these little things. Just pop up, and if you go through them, it's like a mini mission.
Okay.
As you're going from point A to point B, and one of them was like swerve around these poles, and of course I'm an awful driver. I've been running into people, hitting poles and stuff, and sucking. But as you're going there, it's giving you these mini missions, and you get rewarded for them. You get money, stuff like that. And the screen that says you're done, like congratulations, pops up on your HUD while you're playing. So it doesn't take away. You can still drive while you're looking. Oh yeah, I did pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways,
Cool.
I thought it was good. I want to give this game a solid chance. I'm excited to see.
That is what, February? When is the release of that game?
I think so. We can look it up.
Yeah, I'll
but-
look it up for you.
Okay, so let's go. So you played the crew beta. So let's jump over to blah 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 blah. Didn't we play?
Oh.
Did we play Evolve this week or was
Yeah,
that
we did.
last week?
I was just about to ask you
We
that.
played
yeah.
what?
Did we play Evolve this week or was that last week? Did we talk in the last podcast? I don't remember. Everything is
I was
just
literally
jumbled
just,
together.
I was literally just thinking of that. I was
Because
like,
I did post the Evolve video on
I
YouTube.
remember talking about it. We can talk about it again. I loved it.
Yeah, so we love Evolve. We played that last week, though, I'm pretty sure. But let's go to Call of Duty. Your thoughts on Call of Duty?
Do you want to do this? Because I can talk a lot about Call
December
of Duty.
2nd. The crew.
The crew is December
December
2nd.
Okay.
Oh, so it's this
December.
year. Nice.
Yeah, let's do Call of Duty since maybe I'll start. No, you can
Okay.
start. We're on what games you played. So Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. I think it's a solid game. I played it. I had problems installing the game, as probably 90% of the people that purchased it and rented it or whatever did, because when you first originally put in the disc, you have to install it, but it also asks, do you want to perform an update on this game? And so I did, and then it wouldn't load. And I sat there. I had to reload this 3 times.
Yeah, I had the same problem. I thought it was that I didn't have enough room in my hard drive, so I was deleting tons of games.
and see, it came up with that error because it didn't know what was wrong. What it was trying to do, it was trying to install the game at the same time as applying the patch, the day one patch, and it was in a loop cycle. And I believe PlayStation had this problem too.
Yeah.
I think it was. We can get into this, but when a game is meant to come out at a certain time, whether it's ready or not, you're going to run into these problems.
Yeah.
So, and I think that may be a problem here, even though it's on a 3-year cycle now for Sledgehammer.
So why don't for those of you who haven't yet got the game, if you get it and do have this problem, which is probably fixed by now, anyway.
No, it's not.
Oh, really?
It's not. What you got to do is when you put in the disc and it asks to install the game, yes, install the game. But it'll also come up with a message, an alert that says, "Do you want to apply the patch?" Click later.
Yeah, because I clicked yes. And
it just
trying to
goes into
install
this
both of them
huge
at the same
thing.
time.
And it was just in a cycle.
Yeah.
And also, I made this mistake. The Xbox has a feature where you can play it before it's finished installing. Wait till it's 100%. Don't play the game before it's done installing because it'll force you when the game loads to apply the patch. It forces you, which then starts the cycle again, and you have to... If you're in that problem, what you have to do is go into the settings and delete the game entirely. Go into settings and then memory... for that game, settings for that game, and just uninstall the game completely and start over. And I had to do that twice because I thought, sweet, I can play it now. Nope. It automatically applied the patch, and then I was stuck in that loop cycle.
Once you load up the game, it won't let you go into the game until you apply the patch. So you want to install it all the way first.
100%.
Then go into the game.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
Get it to 100%.
It didn't take me long, probably about 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't take long to load once you get it.
you
So,
get going.
thoughts? Let's talk about the new movie mechanics. Yeah,
It's fun. I enjoyed it. Once we got it down, I mean, it took us. Did we do a let's play?
Yeah,
on
we did
this?
let's play.
Yeah, you'll notice the first good half of it we don't know.
Yeah, you'll notice the first 5 were like, there's nothing different about this game, and then it's like game 6, we figure out like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I like it's a double
Dash
jump, and
and a
you can
dash.
dash any direction
Ground
or
pound.
down.
Just for the record, by clicking the left stick and pointing, we didn't know
Yeah.
that until
Yeah,
about
no,
4 or 5
well,
games in.
we probably should have played the campaign, but we just jumped it, and I'm sure we would have had that all
Oh,
explained
I haven't
to us.
played the
but-
campaign since
Well,
Call of Duty
that's
4.
the one game where they have, I call it the please play our campaign message. Because it pops up and goes, are you sure you want to play multiplayer? You can play the campaign.
I know. Please play our campaign.
They should
So,
just put
so
that please play
movement.
our back
How
there.
do you find it affected the game? How did it change it for you?
Strafing, because you could dash strafe now, which changes. It's harder for them to hit you as a dash. Strafing, for one, makes it more difficult. As you go back and forth, try to outmaneuver the other player. But the dashing, I really like the strafing, and you can do that in the air too. So you can jump,
And then dash in
double
the air.
jump, dash, and then ground pound. And if you get the mechanics down, you can go pretty quickly across maps. It feels like it feels more. It feels good.
It does.
Dashing left and right
It's
while you're
fluid.
shooting.
I will say, I felt it was very fluid. It's not jarring at all, and it feels natural.
Yeah.
for it,
So I liked it. The game's sound is really good this time. I mean, I think they've
Yeah,
improved
it
the
does.
sound a lot. It feels more. I don't like comparing these two games, but Battlefield has a great sound technician. I don't know the engineer that does the sound in Battlefield, but
he should be promoted.
But because they were so good, I think they upped their sound guy.
Yeah.
They paid the extra, I don't know, whatever, to get another sound guy. No, they're fine. But the sound in this game sounds better than any other Call of Duty, I think, so far. So it sounded really good. The gunfire, it sounded good.
So overall, let's go to Jordan next on what games he played. But overall, summarizing, could you recommend this to a Call of Duty fan? I mean, because that's who they're targeting, right? I mean, they have their base.
Yeah, and see, that's such a loaded question for me because I will say I will not buy this game.
Really?
I will not buy this game not because of the game, not because of the gameplay, or I guess it's because of the game. It's because their spawn system is awful.
Okay,
Explain
your
meant
concern
to
with that.
piss people off. I mean, it's interesting to look at the psychology of streaming gamers watching Twitch, and I was a part of this community for a long time, and I still kind of am. I dabble in Call of Duty every once in a while, but I've kind of, for the most part, have just given it up because the game makes you mad, and it frustrates you, and it does it in a way that's not healthy psychologically, in my opinion. COD Rage. You've heard of COD Rage, and what does it? There's certain things that frustrate me. One is latency issues, which I don't think you can get around when a when the server is another, it's peer-to-peer server or whatever it is, when
Dedicated servers?
Not dedicated. The opposite of dedicated servers.
Okay, yeah, but where it's a
So
box
is
the
this Call of
server.
Duty not dedicated servers?
No.
It's still pretty
Yeah.
Okay.
No Call of Duties have been dedicated servers.
I
have
don't
they?
think so. Yeah.
They've all been because
So is there? I'm a
the host is the box.
technological moron. Is there a benefit to having peer-to-peer versus a dedicated server?
It's cheaper.
Oh, okay.
It's cheaper. So it's a huge financial investment to have servers for a game. And you have to manage it. There's a whole bunch of managing things that come into play. You have to start big with a lot of servers, and then as you're
this exact reason is why a lot
like
of game,
Microsoft.
a lot of game developers are happy with Microsoft building the 300,000 servers
because
for Xbox Live.
that developers can tap into. Yeah. But so to answer your question, it really is essentially to save money, in my opinion. Maybe there's other reasons that tech gurus will probably flame me for, but I think it's just essentially save money to make it go from box to box. Have one of the it does a host migration when somebody leaves and they were the host, and then it chooses quote unquote the fastest box that it thinks is the quickest ping or whatever it is.
But you're still going to have latency issues.
Yeah,
There's
and
really no way around it.
There's no way around it. And then you have things because there was a thing back in the day called the host advantage, where whoever the host was whatever host was chosen, they obviously, since it's their box, they have the advantage of it's real time for them versus 50 milliseconds here for this person, 70 milliseconds for this person. So when they turn a corner, this is an instantaneous game. Whoever shoots first wins a lot of the time. And when you have the box set as the host, you have a huge advantage. Well, Modern Warfare 3, I think, was the first game that came out with they basically gave the host box a handicap, and it slowed them down. It slowed them down just a little bit, but it made it so the advantage of being the host was now pissing you off because now it felt like you were as slow as the slowest person with the 56K modem.
Okay.
So it was really the problem with the technology behind it frustrates me as a person who's very competitive, and you get into the rage where you could have killed that guy if I shot 5 bullets into his chest, watched the replay of the kill cam, and not one bullet came out of my gun, because that latency was that delay was there between player A and player B.
Okay.
And that's frustrating, but I guess I'm okay with that because you can't. It's hard to get around that. It's just limitations of today's technology. But what pisses me off in a Call of Duty game is the spawn system. And what I mean by the spawn system is when I kill a guy, when I circle the map on the outside, protect my flank, and shoot a guy, that's running across the center of the map, and then I die. I'm like, oh, shoot, someone got me. Then it shows the kill cam, and it shows me kill that guy, and then him appear behind me and shoot me. An area I just cleared, and because I was playing smart, blah, 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 whatever. That spawn system upsets me.
Okay.
Because I just killed that dude that appeared behind me and got a free kill.
Okay.
And with a game with kill streaks, you want to build up your kills. So they didn't fix it. And I've read some stuff that they do that on purpose to make the game more exciting,
action-packed,
more action-packed, quote unquote. And the psychological effect that these issues have on players that I watch on Twitch and that I have experienced myself, it's a new Call of Duty game. They only play Call of Duty, and when I was watching Twitch this entire week, everyone was pissed off, and they were just furious. And you could tell a lot of these players aren't having a good time. But they're playing this game. And to me, gaming should be fun. We said that a lot. And so when a game becomes work and you get frustrated, you get stressed out, and now your whole life sucks because, oh my gosh, yeah, whatever, you're flipping people off now that you drive down the road, the COD rage, it's because that guy appeared behind you, that is unhealthy in my opinion.
Okay.
And
so summarizing, if I could summarize what you said there.
See, I told you it was going to be long.
Yeah. So if I could summarize what you said, you enjoyed your experience with Call of Duty. They just haven't fixed the issues that you want them to fix.
Yes, the spawn system. And when I say fix, I don't think they're ever going to fix it. They don't see it as a problem.
It's just Okay, it's just the style of the game
that I disapprove
Yeah.
of.
that you don't like. Okay, Jordan, how about you?
But can I say, I do want to say, that was so negative. That whole rant was very negative. The game is fun.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of that, when you play like Domination and the spawn is set in certain areas of the map, they did a good job. The sound, the gameplay feels really good. I love exploring new guns. I love the leveling up of weapons. You know, it's a very cool game. The formula is very good.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And I think Sledgehammer did a good job. If you didn't have the limitations of technology with someone from Hawaii playing someone in the UK and the limitations between those, you know, the amount of time it takes from an information point to go from point A to point B. Yeah, you remove that and you remove the spawn system. This game is a fantastic game. So I want to end on a positive note. I really like the game. Just those issues.
Just those issues. Okay, Jordan, how about you? What did you play this week?
Well, I finished Disney Fantasia early in the week. Beat that
yeah.
game. Found Merlin.
So now do you have the playlist and you could just go through it?
Yeah, and there's still
Okay.
songs you can unlock by getting different scores and stuff. So that game's really fun. Definitely a fun party game. Like Mr. McSpicy said, we played chess. We played Portal. We bought DLC to Dark Souls 2 and then did not play it.
Can I just say we were playing Call of Duty together? That's what's so funny about this. We were playing
That actually is a good point.
We were playing Call of Duty together, and after like 3 disconnects, and after being really frustrated and getting mad at the game, we're like, you know what? Let's go play Dark Souls 2.
The game
What?
that makes you mad.
The game that makes me mad. What kind of game does it take to be so frustrated that you go and play the most frustrating game of your entire existence?
We didn't even get to play the game and it still frustrated us. That's how frustrating Dark
Dark
Souls
Souls is.
We spent $10 and we didn't
We bought the
even use it.
DLC.
So,
Yeah.
And we didn't even use it.
so you played Fantasia?
So I played Fantasia, a little bit of Destiny at the
Uh-huh.
beginning of the week. What else did I play?
Yeah.
Man,
What did you do in Destiny?
Call of Duty. I just farmed for materials and stuff to upgrade
okay.
my weapons. Yeah, nothing much.
Do you have any plans? Because I'm not yet. I have next week off, so I plan on hopefully leveling up to be able to hop in some raids with people. Have you had a chance to get in raids with anyone yet?
No, not yet. You finished the raid the other week.
Yeah.
I know they're talking about raiding in chat right now.
Yeah, they're wanting to do a couple raids this
Yeah,
weekend.
I guess there's a lot of people messaging.
So
for raids and stuff,
when
but-
for the people, when are you planning on doing a raid?
Oh,
Putting you on the spot.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
because we got to set it up with
next
Shibu.
week.
I think Shibu's being overwhelmed with
No,
a lot
I know.
of
Yeah. Well, that's what I was reading. I feel bad for, and that is why he's Gamer of the Month, right
Gamer
there.
of the Month.
You are Gamer of the Month, buddy. But
and he said it's annual, so
As he says, Gamer of the Year.
Gamer of the Year. Yeah,
by his own
Yeah.
mouth.
No, I will definitely raid and hopefully get into it, but it's not going to be next week. And let's be honest,
Oh,
it might
yeah,
not be
Halo.
the week
That's
after
true.
that either. So, because once Halo comes out, it's just going to be.
So in Destiny, you just did some bounties.
So you have to do it this weekend then. If Halo comes out next weekend or next week,
Tuesday.
yeah, you need to do a raid this weekend.
because then
Well, I got plenty of time.
the DLC comes out.
My goal is to raid before the new DLC comes out. So
Okay.
it will definitely be
Okay, as
before,
long as you have
maybe
a
I'll
goal.
do it that weekend before the DLC comes out.
Because
you know?
I mean, we can do it in 2 hours.
Well, and we're waiting for you to gear up because you.
I know
gotta do it too,
I have
so.
all of next week off, so don't worry.
But that's you have it all off because of Halo.
But it's already planned. I know.
You should see, I'm going to show you my calendar.
Yeah.
My calendar.
Your Destiny calendar.
Yeah, my
So
Halo
I played a little
calendar.
Destiny, and in the spirit of Halo, I whipped out the old discs.
Whipped
and,
it out.
Whipped it right out. On this week, I hooked up the 360 in my little room where I have my personal time.
Uh-huh.
And
Me time.
yeah,
Me time
the
room.
little office area. I hooked up the 360 in there, played a little Halo 4, a little Halo 3. I actually played the story of Halo 3. That was pretty fun. I just hopped in there.
The
Anyway,
campaign?
yeah, because
You did the whole campaign?
Well, not the whole campaign, but I started over and I was like, oh, let's play a little bit. But I did play multiplayer in Halo 4 just to kind of get ready. So had a lot of fun with that on the 360 and Call of Duty, of course. Rented it. I came over to your house the night we got it, and we played. The first night was really fun because we were playing with it all together, and it was kind of new. The second night was fun, but it was less fun. And like you said, it's a good game, and I like it. But for me personally, I'm just not a.
You don't have that. I
just
hate
not-
myself willpower.
Well, I'm just not, and I don't want to bash the game at all because it really is a good game.
It's a good
I mean,
game, but-
the sales numbers support it, but every year. But I probably won't pick it up. I'm going to return it to the red box and get ready for Halo.
Yeah, I agree.
So, well, my biggest, and I brought this up to you, is Activision has the money. Why
do dedicated
don't
servers?
they do dedicated
Yeah,
servers?
I don't know.
Let's be honest.
Well,
dedicated servers are that's the best you can get.
I mean, let's think about it in their perspective, though. I mean, it's a business. They want to make as much money as possible.
Yeah.
So let's get. I mean, they have a product that no matter what, every year, whether it sucks or whether it's good, people are going to buy it because they know that. Let's put. I don't want to say the least amount of effort, but let's get it to a certain point where it's acceptable that people will buy it. Dedicated servers is a huge investment of labor, of equipment, of hardware. So it's that formula of let's make as much money as we can. That's how you make money is you cut costs, and that's why they do that. And that's probably one reason. I don't know if there's more, but so in their perspective, they're a business. They're trying to make money.
No, I know, but it would just be nice to have that dedicated server.
It's nice to have a developer or a company that cares about the consumer so much that they will not charge $120 for a 4-in-1 game. They will charge a $60 game
and have dedicated servers.
Servers
across all 4 of them.
And state that this is for the fans. Just an example. I don't know.
Jordan, do you think that it is an improvement? Because you were pretty into the Call of Duties as well.
I think Modern Warfare, World at War 2, and then I think 3 was my last one. I don't think I know.
Modern Warfare 3?
Black Ops.
Yeah, okay.
Because I didn't get Black Ops 2 and I didn't get Ghost.
Okay.
So, but
So compare, do you like the direction
it's
they're going?
definitely a step in the right direction. I think. Well, I say this all the time. This verticality in shooters needs to happen. I mean, it's not.
Granted, let's keep in mind we only played multiplayer. I mean, we didn't even get to touch the campaign.
Well, we tried to play the co-op mode, and that's when
we tried to play the co-op mode, and
it kept
disconnecting us.
So, but which is another thing. It's not like you don't know this game is going to be successful. Okay, the one thing that bothers me about games, and this is across the board, when you release a game,
here's an Ubisoft rant.
That's right, Ubisoft. When you release a game, and you see that it's the pre-orders are off the charts, this and that. Be ready. Don't go. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Only 4 people are going to log on tonight. And then, oh crap, our servers are overloaded. Everybody's getting disconnected. Prepare yourself. Titanfall, great example. I had no problems with Titanfall.
Yeah, they did.
No problems at all. And I played minute 1.
Yeah.
As soon as it came out,
they were a good launch.
They did.
So
do
good
a good
launch.
job
So, but the Halos are usually a good launch, and I'm sure Master Chief will be a good launch. But it's I don't know. Just why are these issues when you know it's going to be such a popular game? Why don't we prepare for it? There weren't bad issues, but being disconnected a few times.
It can be frustrating.
The three install
3 times in a row, and 4 or 5 times in a row if you count the 2 co-op disconnects. But.
Yeah, I said this before. The game has a deadline that they cannot change, and whether it's ready or not, it's coming out. I mean, I remember getting map hacked. People under the map on some of the other Call of Duties that frustrated the crap out of me because they didn't have the time to polish the maps. And so there are these little holes where kids can get under and shoot up and then.
Let's talk. What do you guys think of the maps? I was impressed by the maps.
That's
I really
pretty cool.
enjoyed
I like
them.
the one. I didn't know what exactly happened, but the dynamic event on the one. Remember, it just turned to grass, and I was like, oh, what happened? Like the alarm went on. Yeah. So the maps are pretty cool. The dynamic events.
Yeah,
I like the maps a lot.
So, but
so anything else?
No, I really like the movement. I didn't like the movement at first because I was like, really, we can only double jump? I can't.
Yeah.
But once we figured out
it was fun,
that the left joystick
was
was dash, and the dashing on the ground is actually really good because if someone's behind you and you can, like, I got shot and I dashed to the left real quick at a reaction.
Yeah.
And I didn't get him, but I got away from him, and it helped me. I was able to get another kill somewhere else.
Do you know what I got the vibes from by doing jumping, dashing, clicking the joystick? Did you ever play Mario Party where your thumb started to hurt from
from the little mini games that they have?
And you'd have
rubbing it.
You're reeling in the fish or whatever. Yeah. My thumb started to hurt, and I was like, if you do that enough, the dashing and the clicking. It was kind of.
It's a workout.
Kind of felt good,
Any other games you played this week?
Oh no, that was about it. Destiny, Disney Fantasia, the computer games, Portal 2, and all that, and then of course Call of Duty. So
nice. I played Fantasia this weekend. I unlocked a bunch of songs. What I like about that, I did what you said, and I played the game in a row. And when you unlock what's cool about that game is you unlock remixes, and there's 3 different remixes, and at certain points in the game, probably like 5 times during each song, you can choose to remix it a certain way. But how you choose to remix it changes how you play the rest of the and that is a really cool feature.
It is.
Like you could pick, I want violin, and then there'll be a violin in that section, not that section, but for the rest of the song, and it changes the way that the game is played because that violin's in there, and so it's really cool. I really like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Thought it was really good. Also, I played Metro 2033, and I would like to talk about this. I like that game. I do not like it as much as Wolfenstein, but I do like that game. But today, this frustrated me. So I paid, is it $29 for that game?
I paid $29 for that game.
You paid
but-
$29 for that? Okay. You paid $29 for that game.
But,
today it is free for the PC
Oh.
on Humble Bundle
I saw
because it's
that.
their birthday. So if you want Metro 2033, I would recommend...
Is it the Redux?
And you have a PC? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would
it's not like
recommend-
just the original version.
No, I would recommend going over to Humble Bundle today. For those of you in chat, because if you're getting this, it's going to be tomorrow. If you're listening. But yeah, so I saw that and I was like, oh man, it's free.
Come
That-
on.
that-
I thought you
saw
were going
that.
to say free with like Xbox Gold. I
No,
was
no,
like,
no.
what?
That'd be big. That'd be big
Yeah.
news. So I had a chance to play that. I mean, I really like Metro 23. I'm still going through the story, enjoying it. It's good stuff. And Call of Duty. And now, I love Call of Duty.
Okay.
This version, but I've not been into it. Like I was super into Modern Warfare 3. That was the last one, and my first one. Besides the very first Call of Duty when you did the Saving Private Ryan onto the beach.
Oh
It
yeah,
was World War II.
I remember that. We played that together.
Yeah, that one I played all of that game, but Modern Warfare 3, and I really liked that, and I got into it. I'm just not. I mean, I wasn't pro or anything. I was average. I could hold my own, middle of the pack in all my games, and I enjoyed it for a time, and then I moved on. First-person shooters aren't necessarily my forte.
Yeah.
But I really liked Call of Duty. I die a lot because I suck, but I
did too.
thought it was fun. Now, when we did start, and I was like, well, this isn't any different. But once we figured out the jumping, that dodging mechanic,
It helps. It's cool. It's different.
it's like
Yeah.
the
And I like
Matrix.
different.
I can dodge like
The Matrix.
I can dodge bullets. I'm dodging bullets. But I do like.
Whoa.
I was by the end. I was starting to have more kills than deaths, and that's saying something for me. But I was jumping in the air, going around, ground pound, figuring it out, and it was a lot of fun. What it does take getting used to too, coming from Titanfall especially. Titanfall is a very good game, but Titanfall's not as fast paced, I want to say. I mean, Titanfall still is fast paced, but
Fast-paced.
less twitchy. Twitchy is the word that I use.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare, like I've always got to be doing this, like looking around, go, look around. And that takes getting used to. But once you get used to it, it's a good time.
It is.
It is a good time, and it reminds me of when I was into Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
I really liked it. And at the time, Modern Warfare 3 was new for me, and this feels that same way, new again. You know,
Yeah.
so.
Well, when we played, I had a lot of fun. Like
Oh, yeah.
us three, it was really fun. It was,
Yeah, and that
you guys did awful.
Oh,
man.
I sucked.
3
I
and
sucked it up.
16.
Oh
yeah.
man, I sucked.
I came in first one round
I know you did good. You did good.
with being a detriment to the team.
I didn't do good either. I'm just saying.
Um,
I was mid range.
Well, and then, but I can see people that get super into that game. The twitchiness, because
It's
you're
a very
so
twitchy game,
because
yeah.
you're so competitive, it requires 100% of your attention. And I can see people getting. I understand the COD, the
The
Call of
COD
Duty.
rage.
Yeah.
And it was funny. Speaking of COD rage, it was funny just watching because I wanted to see the game before I rented it. I wanted to see people playing it, and everyone was just so upset. They were just so mad, but they would still play the game.
Especially if you're competitive, and it would be fun. But having said that, I do understand. You can get lost. I understand why 70% of Call of Duty players have never played any other game, because that formula,
It's
that
a good
carrot on a
formula.
stick,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it
is
very
excellent.
well. They do it.
I probably will purchase that game, just not right now
Later
because
down the road.
there's so many games. In fact, not probably. I will purchase that game, just not right now because I have so many.
You better
games to
hurry
look
though,
up.
because by
I
the time
just-
you purchase it, the
I-
new one will be announced.
I know, right?
If I can deal with the latency issues, if the spawn system is fixed, absolute buy. But
Yeah.
I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem, but I'm not to the level of competition where you know what I mean.
It would, yeah.
Where it would frustrate me. I'm just like, oh, dude, he shot me from
Dude,
behind. Let's go get him. So
Yeah, fair
No,
enough.
I really liked it. I would give it a 9,
Yeah,
9.5.
Yeah.
9. my rating.
I'd give it 8.5.
I should
I
be
give it a 9.
disqualified.
You are disqualified.
I'm disqualified.
You are disqualified.
I disqualified myself.
No, I would highly recommend it. If you are on the fence on it, I would highly recommend it. I think it's a game worth getting.
It feels more than a map pack, which is how the other Call of Duties kind of felt.
Yeah, that I was surprised because I thought it would feel more like Titanfall. It doesn't feel like Titanfall at all with the jumping and everything. In fact, are you ready for this? And you guys know how much I love Titanfall. I think with the exception of wall running, they don't have wall running.
Yeah,
wall running, and that's a lot more fluid and smooth, like how that works in Titanfall. But their booster packs, I think, are better in Call of Duty. I like the speed, and the effect it has on whether you're in the ground or the air is much more dramatic than in Titanfall.
Okay,
because
PMH,
of the speed.
PMH brought up a good point. He asked you what you gave Titanfall.
Titanfall.
I know exactly what you gave Titanfall. And
I
it's
gave
funny,
it a 10.
Yeah,
right?
you gave it a 10 out of 10.
I gave it a 10. Yeah.
So it's funny that you like the boost better in Call of Duty. But
I
you
do like
give
the
it a 9.
But Titanfall overall, I
Call
just
of
feel
Duty,
like is.
I am going to rate it. I'm going to
Oh.
give it a 9.1. It's still a good
okay.
game. Still a good game.
Okay. Titanfall though, Titanfall still I think is more my game. So for me personally, I prefer Titanfall, but Call of Duty is excellent. But they did because I was like, oh, they're just copying Titanfall, even though they probably had this plan for years in advance. But it's not. It's completely different, and it adds a completely different element than even in Titanfall. What the draw in Titanfall is the Titans coming in as well. You know.
Yeah.
you're
Well, that is
countering it.
cool.
I love parkouring in that game,
Yeah.
though.
And
well,
what
well, in the next Titanfall, they'll probably have
That's why my
dashes,
question
you know what
about
I mean? Like,
is
as a
about the
player.
maps because I'm not a big Call of Duty guy, so I don't know. Are they known for having balanced maps? Because Titanfall's maps are all just so perfect.
They're good. Titanfall has really good maps.
And so that's why I was curious on your guys' thought on the maps. Did you feel they were well put together?
My favorite maps have not in Call of Duty have been Modern Warfare 4. Those maps were, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. The first Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Wow,
Modern Warfare, yeah.
wow! I'm thinking too far ahead. No, those maps were awesome, and I feel as though the maps have not been to that level since.
Huh, okay. Jordan?
I like their maps. I don't think I would agree with you in saying the Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare, was good maps. I liked a couple of Modern Warfare 2's maps as well. One of my favorites in Modern Warfare 2 was, I don't know the name, but the plane crash in the desert.
Yeah,
You
the
remember
desert
that?
where
I
somebody
like that
can
one.
bring in
Yeah.
the AC-130
Yeah.
Oh, I
and
did.
blow the crap out of everybody on that map because there's
nothing
nowhere
there.
there's no.
But I
cover.
like that one because you can get up on the plane, or you can go lay down in the grass, or you can
Yeah.
have the outer and the tunnel.
Fair
I
enough.
thought that was a good
Modern
map
Warfare,
as well. But I mean, as of map design, I don't know if let's just say I like Titanfall's maps better.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other games where I like their maps.
Now,
a little bit
and
better.
I will say so I never play single player on shooters like Battlefield. I haven't played the campaign. I mean, I played part of one, I think. But other than that, I really haven't played the campaign. But Modern Warfare 3, I did play the campaign to that, and I like the Michael Bay over the top. So I really like the production value, the AAA production value of their campaign mode. So I do look forward to going through the campaign mode on.
And
this.
I hear the campaign's actually pretty cool. I've seen a lot of people saying that. Who's the guy who's famous?
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. I hear people.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, I hear people say they love playing it because they just want to impress him. He comes in and asks you to do stuff, and they just want to impress the guy.
Yeah. Well, even MMA in chat's telling us that the campaign is excellent.
Yeah, and I look
Sounds
forward,
really
and
good,
that is of shooters that are multiplayer based primarily, like Battlefield or Call of Duty or Titanfall. The campaign in Call of Duty, I do look forward to playing this one with these booster packs and technology. I do have a complaint. The exoskeleton is just on my body from what I can see on the thing, but when someone throws up the hack perk, that interrupts you, and I can't see. I don't have glasses on.
Well,
Stop it.
I think the HUD is actually. I could be wrong. I read this somewhere. I think.
No, we talked about this.
I think the HUD is not on glasses. This is like way into the future. I think it's like 2055. According to the lore, I believe it's an image from your gun you're holding. It appears
so
somehow
that's what's. Oh, okay.
from your gun.
Oh,
Not
okay.
with glasses, but from your gun magically.
And I do like the exoskeleton
It's science,
shield.
David.
I do like the
It's
shield.
science.
I popped up the shield.
I was
that
actually
good.
using
and then there was the stim pack. I used
I
that
used
as
the
well.
stim pack as well because I used the stim pack in Titanfall.
Yeah. So really good. Really highly recommend that game. Check it out. Anyways, that's what I played this week.
Yeah, cool. Sorry for the long. We had the discussion in that. So
Yeah.
Yes.
all right.
It was a pretty good week.
Apparently my sound is off for our discussion segment, so let's just hop into our discussion segment.
Let's discuss.
All right. This week we had a couple questions. Let me get to them here. Sorry, everybody. Bringing them up.
Shebrew's in chat asking for someone to raid right now. He needs one more for the group. Jordan.
Let's talk about
Xbox, go to Destiny.
Hey,
I'm just kidding,
hey, don't do that.
Hilarious.
Oh no! Yeah.
No,
My
your
connect is
Kinect's
disconnected
not
because of
plugged in
Madden.
You were
That
playing
audible.
You were playing Madden
frustrates
again?
me. Oh yeah, I did play Madden this week.
Because you didn't mention that. But
Yeah, sorry, I did play Madden this week. The Kinect is disconnected because I played Madden. 'Cause the audible is great, but if you're talking while doing it, it's and then my wife will come in and thinks it's funny to just be like pass, and then I go.
I
from
think
a
it's
run to
pretty
a
funny
pass
too.
and-
Time out!
Yeah.
And then just like run away.
Anyways, let's talk about that. If anyone out there wants to help Shebrew put together some raids, there's more than enough people. I'm just not the level yet to do raids. I've just been playing so many games. Once I am,
I'm working. You have real life too.
and
to
I
deal
work,
with.
and we all do. So we're all trying to help each other out. That's what the community's about. So let Shebrew know, and then he can funnel some people to you, or let us know, and I can get the word out there, and people can
Isn't there a
contact you.
discussion board on Bungie?
Oh, that's what I was going to mention actually when that was coming up. Yeah, or just go over to Bungie if you're looking to rage. If you're looking to rage.
If you're looking to rage, go to our group on Bungie.
Yeah, and
just let us have
just
it.
hammer us. No, go to our Bungie group, join the clan if you haven't already, and go into forums. People there are always looking not only to raid but to do strike missions and everything like that. It's on put the app on your phone and it'll pop up with notifications and everything.
They're
So
very cool.
So yeah, go do that. There's more than enough
Yeah, he
people in
was-
the community looking
He
to
was
get
saying
together.
earlier
so.
in chat that he's got 1 or 2 new community members asking him for raids, and they just don't have,
Every day.
We just
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
handle
yeah.
the amount of
Yeah,
awesome
so
people.
we the community is growing, so we need your help. So
Yeah.
but yeah, get together with other awesome community members and do that. This month, here's some questions. This week's questions.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. First comes from John Matthews, and he wants
John
to know,
Matthews.
he
John
wants-
Matthews.
John
Matthews,
Matthews.
who's the he's Charger Man.
Charger Man.
Oh, hey, I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah,
him forever.
Yeah, Charger Man.
Charger
What's
Man.
up, Charger Man?
Yeah. Anyways, he wants to know our thoughts on an Xbox game trading app where you receive credit towards other games when you trade in the games that you rarely play.
That was in the
Digital.
original idea. For
The
Xbox.
original E3.
Yeah, I remember.
Wait, what's this?
They
So-
never necessarily came out and announced it, but it was in the works. Well, actually, Major Nelson, I think, when someone was in an interview, I think it was Major Nelson or someone, but they asked him about well, can you trade games in? Because it was this all digital box, right? Which it's turning out to be in this generation. It's turning out to be all digital anyway. But it was this all digital box, and I think it was Major Nelson. I'll look it up and make sure for sure. But he said. Basically, we're not commenting on that right now, but there is an infrastructure in the works for trading in games and trading with your friends.
Digital games.
Yeah, and stuff like that. When
Getting
you-
credit towards new games for
Yeah.
trading in those games.
something like that. So, but then they had their Switch and they did everything, and I think because the original family share plan is a little bit changed too, even though it's still in place.
I
it's a little
remember
bit
the
different.
number 10.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I do
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Well, it's a little different than it was originally announced, but I mean, I think it's different for the better because of the 2 licenses, But
Yeah.
the number could be bigger, which would be cool. But
Yeah. So what's the question?
Just what our thoughts are. Would we want something
Basically,
like that where we could
no
trade
more
in our
trading
digital
into
games?
GameStop. You just trade it in instead of going to GameStop and getting $3 store credit. You trade it into Xbox and get $3 store credit.
Okay.
Your digital copies.
I'm
that you
for
don't
it.
play anymore.
Honestly, I'm for it. There's only 2 games in this world.
How do you manage the price though? Like,
It would be up to Microsoft.
that's
a
huge
huge.
I wonder
infrastructure.
if even you could
That's
do.
kinda scary.
I wonder even if you could do an eBay type thing where you sell your copy and you
Okay.
compete.
Yeah.
That would drive prices down and also it'd be supply and
because
demand. at
I've
that
also
point.
heard-
supply and demand would fix
Yeah.
that because
I've also heard rumors that Steam's trying to do something like this too.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyways, we're for it. Are we? Are
I'm
we
for
for
it,
it? Let me
yeah.
ask you this then.
any way I can get my
Do you have games right now that you would trade in digitally? I have one Zombie Driver.
you get $4.
I'm
$3
such a hoarder with games though.
Yeah.
I still have I mentioned early on the show. I still have my original Halo CD, 3 of them.
Yeah, and I wonder
I
how
do
how
too.
often you would trade in digital copies, because the nice thing about when you have a physical copy, you see it and you're like, oh, they're play, let's trade that in. But digitally, it's nice. it's peace of mind for me knowing like if I feel like something, I can just go boop boop boop.
Yeah, and it's right there. You
Yeah.
don't have to put the CD in, and that's.
And so I wonder if
I
games
will
would be
never buy a
traded in
disc
less.
again.
There's only 2 discs that I buy now because I like the collection of them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I've been and beginning of this generation of consoles, I was hardcore. No, I'm not doing it. I'm buying the disc. Even when Halo was announced way back, I'm buying the disc. I'm not going to do it. But I've been completely converted digital. And I was asked this question at work the other day. Do you like digital? Right? And we were talking about
Absolutely,
it.
it's so awesome.
I have been. I mean, there's the lazy factor, and you don't want to get up. But I have been 100% converted from disc to digital. Digital is the way to go. The only reason I would still get the disc is for the collector. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So like,
Or the Rockstar Grand Theft Auto map that
Yeah.
goes across your wall.
or the Skyrim map that I posted up, so I never had to go into the menu.
The map that I really did use was Red Dead Redemption's map. Remember that thing?
Yeah.
The cowboy's like, oh,
I
tall
used-
trees.
and
There
it was-
it is.
yeah.
I
Oh,
used
yeah, let's
Skyrim's
go.
map. I put it right above, and I was like, meh, okay.
Yeah, the Skyrim was hard because it just threw you in, and you're like,
Good.
okay.
Instead of going pressing start, I was like, no, that's too much time. I'll just post it up.
If you didn't already know where, if you have not been to that city yet, you don't know where it is.
Where's where's Windhelm? Oh, there it is.
north. So,
I'm-
but the only like Master Chief, I have all the Halo games to date, and I'll continue to collect them just because that's what I like to do. Same with World of Warcraft, but those are the only 2 games I'll get hard copy. But I will still buy them digitally as well because I love the fact of I just digital.
Wait, Spicy, you're going to say something?
I would say, yeah, any time where we can get money back in our pocket,
Yeah, or
that's
some
great.
kind of credit or something. Yeah,
if it's
absolutely.
if it's worth it, because GameStop. I mean, I feel like I don't mean to be. No, I don't. I won't say this, but I feel as though some of their prices can be rather low.
They are, but when you look, because I was looking, Target has trade in now. Best Buy has trade in.
Target does?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Walmart has trade in. And when you compare,
I hear Best Buy's trade-in is actually
it's all
very
pretty-
all very comparable. Yeah.
Okay.
And so it depends on the game, obviously. And I wait for sales. I mean, it's how I got my Xbox One. I traded in my Xbox 360. I got plus another 50% trading in. And so I like GameStop for that.
Okay.
That's nice. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we're all in agreement that this would be awesome if you could do it. So thank you, John Matthews, for that. Next, Ben Hatch, also known
Ben Hatch.
as Tokyo Rose.
Tokyo Rose.
Send us a question. He says, now that system updates will slow down till after the holidays, what feature do you want most when updates roll out again? He says, personally, I want mic feedback with headphones, Tokyo. And I would have to be, I think that at this point, that's my top. I don't even play with my headset on, partly because I moved my Xbox up into here, and I don't need to play with my headset on. But also, I prefer the stock chat mic. I can hear you better. I can hear myself and the game. Like, that failure to include mic monitoring, it really
It's
takes
a
away
huge-
from the
yeah, it's a
headphone
huge-
factor. The headset factor is not as good as it was on the Xbox
Especially
360.
coming from mic monitoring and then
Yeah.
going to nothing.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. And it does. It's the talking
Because you can't hear
factor of
yourself.
it. And so I'll turn
it's
up my
just-
volume, put on the stock chat that it came with, the mic that it came with, headset.
Which is actually really good.
Yeah,
It
it
actually
sounds really
works-
good,
yeah,
and
it
I
sounds good.
enjoy it better than with the headset, and it shouldn't be that way.
You're right. Yeah. I would
And
also
so-
say,
and-
if we're still on the headset, I would still say, isn't it still stereo? Can't you like? It feels as though it's only left and right, whereas like the others, I had like the Turtle Beaches that I could hear directional.
Oh, yeah.
Sound that doesn't exist yet, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I haven't noticed. I was playing Call of Duty. I couldn't tell.
Oh, really?
I think that depends on the game developer, right? Not the box.
No, I think
Or
it's
is
still
it
a
a box
hardware
thing?
problem or something. I don't know.
So as far as me,
on the
that
PC,
would be
can it
my
do
number
that?
one update. What about you guys?
Like more. I want 5.1 in my headset.
Okay.
That's what I want.
I think they would need to make a headset for that, though, too. I don't think that headset exists yet for the new consoles.
In real life.
In real life, yeah.
So I'm dreaming that.
So-
Well, that's why I'm asking: is that a console issue, or is that a like a headset issue, or a developer of the game?
I
issue,
don't
you
know.
what
I
mean?
just want to hear
Okay,
the footsteps
I hear ya,
directional.
I hear ya.
I don't want to hear left and right. I want to hear that's coming from that direction.
Jordan, how about you?
I would probably be biggest one. Probably mic monitoring.
Yeah,
I mean, all my other big ones.
they
been
have
addressed really
done
quickly.
everything I wanted and exceeded.
So what's the exact question? Just what features?
What
we want?
feature at
in
this
the
point,
newest updates.
when
they've-
updates start rolling out again,
They've
do
handled
we most
so
want?
many that I've wanted.
Now,
Yeah.
again, with the mic monitoring, is that a box issue or is that a production issue? As in we bought the Turtle Beaches and those headphones themselves.
Well, for
did not
mic
do that.
monitoring, no, it's how it works with the controller and vice versa.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So they need to team up and kind of collaborate with
yeah.
each other. to do that.
So, I was going to say something. Blank.
All
blanked
right.
out.
All right.
Blank
That
out.
happens to me a lot.
I do that all the time.
I did it 3 times tonight already.
So, mic monitoring, we're in agreement that is.
Mic
Oh,
monitoring and then the
I do
5.1.
have one. I would like the back button to be more utilized. I notice it is being utilized. Forza Horizon utilizes it, but I mean, as far as I would like it to be a record now instead of, because you can still do it where you double tap and then it brings a menu and you can record now that way, which is new. But the back button, I feel the select back is pretty much useless functional wise, and it has the 2 menu system. I would like it to bring up something or be the record button or something that way. But I mean, that's not a big deal because I have Connect. But if you don't have Connect, I'm sure that might be a
I
bigger
wish it
deal.
was still back and start.
I don't know why they changed it to get
it-
away.
Well, I
'cause
don't.
maybe
I don't
didn't-
think they did change it because if you notice, the only difference is it just doesn't say
It's
back
just
and
the
start
symbol.
anymore. So I think everybody calls the one on the left the share button because of PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because that's what they call theirs. I think it essentially still is the start and back button.
Yeah.
They
No,
just
they actually have names, and
We just don't know.
we
them.
just don't
well,
know.
I
don't
think
know
share is one of the names. I think it's.
share is PlayStation 4.
But I think that's what they
Oh,
call
okay,
that one.
Okay. Well, I know they.
See, and that's we don't know. I
know.
just said back, and I wish it said start or select and start from the old days. You're looking this up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Xbox.
All right. Last
One.
question comes from Stuart Bowers.
Toast.
Toast.
Oh, can I just add? I think they're implementing this in future and in some games, but when I get a pre-order a digital game, I want all the benefits from pre-ordering it. I want the tennis shoes.
I agree.
I want the shoelaces.
Agreed. I want the
stuff that
physical,
doesn't matter.
The collector's statue. Just mail it to my house.
Yeah.
My account's linked up anyways. Mail it to my house or make a deal with a Best Buy or a Target. Whereas if you pre-order the digital copy from the Microsoft Store or the Microsoft Store, you can go to the Microsoft Store
if you have one nearby.
If you have one nearby or somewhere and pick it up there.
I am a huge digital fan. We were just
well,
talking
Jordan
about
has really converted me to pre-orders for those collectibles or for whatever. I like that idea, and now that I'm into that, it's just not there anymore.
I think they've added some of that in some games.
Yeah.
I want it. I want it everywhere. If I want a digital game, I am not penalized.
Yeah.
For buying a digital
absolutely.
game.
So
V3R15, I'm sorry, VRO15 in chat says the new Turtle Beaches that are coming out will have surround sound. So yeah, it was a Turtle
And
Beach thing.
Thex1 in chat says, in bolds, he's yelling at us, menu is on left.
Menu.
I was
knew
just
it.
about to. According to FIFA 14, it is back and start still.
Oh,
But that's FIFA 14.
Yeah, so that's
Well,
the game
that-
using it, not
The game.
Microsoft.
I want the
actually.
official. I want the official
I'm trying
Microsoft.
to logo, yeah, I'm trying
I
to
want the
logo.
press release that says what that is.
Okay.
Hey, I never said it was the share. I said PlayStation calls it the share button. Just for the record.
Stuart Bowers, with the flood of games coming out now, how do you guys prioritize? And he gives an example. He personally gets all the multiplayer stuff done first to keep up with friends. Then he catches up on single player
That is a
later.
good way.
Yeah,
And
I think
as I was reading this, I was like, well, now that's how I'm going to do it. So like,
Wow.
and that would explain why Toast is so far ahead on the leaderboards on every game.
That is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want that.
So,
I
yeah.
want that.
So that's how you're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to do
well,
it that
so
way.
are you guys going to do that with Halo then?
Halo,
Well, yeah, because we're playing. I mean, it's
Halo
co-op.
Reverse. We're co-op campaign together.
Yeah, and then Halo
all the
3,
way
all
through.
3 of us will hit Halo.
We're going all the
3
way
and
through the
4.
campaign, and then we're all hitting multiplayer together.
I might just dive into multiplayer day one.
well-
I'll still be on with you guys, but I might just dive right into multiplayer, get the rank up.
Jerk.
Okay.
Jerkwad?
Well, it's not like I can play because I can't play with you guys until Halo 3 anyway. So
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. So
that is a good way. I like that way.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sending your questions. If you have any more questions, or if you have questions that you want to submit, you want us to talk about on the podcast, let us know. info@x1bros.com, or you can message us on Facebook. Let us know there. Every Friday, a question goes up, in which you can just hit reply to. Last but not least, 2 things I want to talk about that I don't know. First question: what is your favorite game genre for video games? What is your favorite
To
game
play.
genre to
There's-
play?
Not to watch.
Not to watch,
there's-
to play.
I
And
have-
I haven't.
I have
You
2.
can only pick one.
Only pick
I'm
one,
throwing
okay.
down the hammer. You can only pick one. Would you like to go first? Shall I go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Massively online multiplayer.
MMOs. You are an MMO.
Very closely followed by first-person shooter. That's why Destiny was such a good
Oh,
mix
that's
for
why
me.
it's such a good experience for you, because it's kind of a
Best of both worlds.
fusion, if you will, of the both of them.
I can't choose more than one. This is hard.
So why the MMO? What is it about the MMO genre?
I just like it, especially when you get MMORPG. So it's I don't know if you want to combine that as two genres, but World of Warcraft is an MMORPG, and me and Dark have talked about this, many times. I like World of Warcraft because the story's good. It's fantasy, kind of my style. But I just like the idea of community raiding. You know what I mean? All this stuff. So I played Final Fantasy Online. I've played tons of MMOs, and I really like them. That's why I always buy the new one that comes out. No matter what it is. But I like the idea of being in a world where everybody's in with you. I like the idea of going to a main city like Stormwind in World of Warcraft, and there's 50 people, a bunch of people there. I like the idea of chat being in the corner. Everybody's talking. I like the idea of going into a dungeon and beating a boss with people, raiding, questing with people, friends, and stuff like that.
So
I just really
you
enjoy
see it
MMOs.
as wow, that's a really good case to be made for MMOs. You see it as kind of the ultimate game. It has everything you want. It has
Everything
the
I
social
want.
aspect,
And-
the story aspect,
to be honest,
the RPG aspect.
I've played World of Warcraft. I got into it probably tail end of Burning Crusade, but I've played, and that was when I was I can't even remember how old, but I've been playing forever. I think, I like it.
Huh.
Yeah,
All right.
like
Well, there you go. So MMO,
MMO
is
for
your
me.
favorite genre. Do you have one, or shall I go first?
I do have one.
Okay, your favorite genre.
2 years ago, I was said first-person shooter. Not anymore.
Okay.
I don't think anymore. So this is a hard. I'm kind of gonna cheat here.
Oh, great.
Can't cheat.
Oh, great.
I'm gonna cheat.
Maybe I
Or
should go
cheat.
first.
Can't cheat.
Should I go
Okay,
first?
go first. I know what I want. I know what
Okay,
I want
okay.
to
No,
say.
go ahead. Go ahead then. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna cheat a little bit. Any couch co-op game.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
That's good, yeah.
So
That's not cheating. I
don't-
appreciate
I-
that.
Genre.
Well, because you have so many different genres of that.
Yeah.
No,
it,
I mean,
it
I feel-
encompasses a
you-
lot.
yeah.
But those are my favorite kind of games. To sit back with the guys, or your wife, or whatever it is, and just have a fun time playing games.
Yeah, I like that. I can appreciate that. That's definitely. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
def-
So I'm gonna cheat a
Definitely
little
up there. Mine. Actually, why? Let's go in. We asked Jordan why. Why is that your?
because if co-op makes games so much more fun. The
It does.
interactivity with friends, you're having a good time, you're laughing at stuff, it's just it increases the value and fun of that game substantially for me. I have a hard time honestly playing single player games.
See, okay.
Compared
Compared to
compared to co-op games and couch co-op games, and it's the last couple of years we've had a drought in couch co-op.
It's true.
Yeah.
And-
well,
but-
I mean, the virtual couch is now the new couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, online.
But you like
Xbox
the
Live.
person-to-person
Yeah,
interaction.
And-
There's
and-
something about being in the same room.
Well, just take
Different.
Mario Kart for example. Mario Kart 8. You and your wife play against me and my wife.
And we
using,
Skype.
That's using couch co-op, but using the internet as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and
So
see,
it-
and
it-
that
you know,
helps
it's
a
kind of
lot.
a combination of both.
with
you know what I
party
mean?
chat that helps a lot. So I mean, like even the raid last weekend, was it 2 weekends ago? A lot of the guys told me when we were playing with Toast, Shebrew, Postal, they told me that was the best raid they've had so far. They've done it they've done it lots of times, but it's just the fact that we had a good time hanging out,
Yeah.
chatting. So it's not necessarily couch co-op, but the fact that you're with friends.
Co-op.
Multiplayer.
You're a
Co-op.
co-op guy.
I am a co-op
guy.
gamer.
Assassin's Creed Unity is for you.
Yeah, I wish we could play the campaign with co-op, not just these. Hey, we'll do this
Here's a side
specific
mission.
mission. Do
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
My favorite genre. It was going to be RPGs.
I love RPGs though; those
a
are fun.
good RPG story like a Skyrim. Totes my
yeah.
boat.
Or
Totally.
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age.
Inquisition.
But when I sit down and I look, the game genre that I go to time and time again,
I know what you're gonna say.
is real-time strategy games. Those
Really?
slash turn-based
I
RTS?
did not think
strategy games. Just strategy.
Oh, strategy,
games
okay.
In all
Okay,
themselves.
so-
Well, I can see that. Sins of a Solar Empire,
Sins of Solar
Civilization.
Empire, Civilization,
Total War.
Crusader,
Total War, yeah.
Crusader,
You love Total War.
Stronghold. You remember
Crusader
that one?
King, Stronghold, SimCity, which is less strategy, but still in that same genre. Real time StarCraft, I do love. I'm more I probably enjoy turn-based or slower-paced games than real-time.
Because of the APM problem.
Yeah,
you know?
just because of that. I love StarCraft, don't get me wrong, and those types of games.
But to be at that level, to be a competitor in StarCraft,
it becomes more macro than it
well,
does.
it just requires APM, actions per minute.
Well, you have to get up. You'll reach a point where it's strategy for you, but then when you start playing as higher level guys, you've got to get your APMs up before it then becomes strategy again.
Yeah, okay.
And so you hit that ceiling where I've just got to get faster, and it's not
and you have to
strategy at that
dedicate,
point.
and that's when you have to dedicate so much time to that game where you exclude other games, you know,
Yeah.
so it makes it hard, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I love the real-time strategy. The best one, Xbox 360 had a few. Ruse
was a good one.
was excellent. Ruse
one was
excellent.
fun. Does this count as a? Remember that Toys?
Oh, Toy Soldiers
Yeah,
was
that was a
also
good
excellent.
one.
That's going to be coming out on the Xbox One, so I look forward to that. But Ruse, I really hope they do another Ruse. That game was very good. It was World War II. It used the controllers excellent. Also, Halo Wars was very well done, very
For the
well
Xbox,
balanced, very good use of the controllers. So the problem with RTS on consoles is there's no mouse, so you can't do that. But anyways,
I don't know, it's so hard. There's so many good genres. Because, like, for example, my favorite game of all time is Halo, and it's a first-person shooter, right? So I would have to, like MMO's a 10, and then first-person shooters a 9.99. Like, they're so close.
Well, even in that genre, I would consider, like, a Football Manager. I love, like...
Yeah.
That's almost
this
that's a
together
strategy game, too.
And go.
you know?
Yeah, and so that's what I would include.
But, yeah, RPGs, man, they're so awesome.
Yeah, RPGs would definitely be number 2, and then... First-person shooters for me would probably be
Well, then I
4,
love
because
I
I
love
would
a
put
good
MMOs
third-person
underneath that.
shooter
Yeah.
too. You know,
Oh.
like Gears
It
of
doesn't
War.
even have to be a shooter. Batman? I mean, Batman is so good.
I like a good game.
That's my genre.
Yeah,
A good game.
Good games. There is a genre because there are good games.
So
There is.
there's really only one game that.
So
is-
before we
fits
head
that
out
bad
here, then,
game
since we're
for me.
talking genres, any
And it's a
genre,
first-person shooter.
what genre would we? Let's see if we can come up with a collective consensus here. Would we like to see more of on the Xbox One?
Couch co-op.
Couch co-op?
That's mine.
I would be the
Those
same.
those have been so. I mean, there's not a lot around.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to see MMOs on the console, but it's
hard.
I don't know if it's not there
well,
yet.
Neverwinter
I mean,
Nights
I'm
is launching on the Xbox One in China.
Japan, yeah, and we do have Elder Scrolls coming out. I mean, I'm a big MMO
I
fan
feel
because
like
I love that.
I feel like
mostly the grind.
This is going to be the generation of consoles where MMO.
But the thing is,
makes
they
its
can
move.
actually.
is an MMO is right here. You know what I mean?
But see, you add.
and that's
Well, are you talking about? Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, you can do it.
no,
I mean,
you can do it, and I think.
Well, look at how Skyrim did their RP.
Well, yeah, we'll look at Elder
mean-
Scrolls Online. I played it, and I'm like, okay, there's still a lot. Well, there's still a lot of macro and keyboard, but I can see how they can put it on a console or how they can put it to a pad or a controller. But the thing is, like World of Warcraft, I don't think you
But
can
see,
do
no,
that.
you
You know what I
can't-
mean?
you- no,
can't.
I think you can, and I'm going to give a point. In case
Neverwinter,
here.
I think you can because of the way the control. I mean, you have to go in for console first if you're going to do an MMO successfully. I think.
I don't. I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
And the
Let's hear
reason
it.
I
Let's hear
say that is because when Guild Wars 2 first came out, I actually used my Xbox controller to play it, and it felt as though it should have been made for an Xbox controller. And you couldn't just plug it in and play. You actually had to get a specific program. Yeah, I can't remember. It was years ago. But I got.
I've seen
I got
them do it with Guild Wars
the
2, actually.
mapping. I mean, you can do it with a controller. As far as doing macros and stuff, you can have the right bumper be the modifier, and it changes when you press that and then press X again.
Yeah.
It
you
changes.
could do right and left bumper.
Yeah, or both, and then it changes the
It becomes
the
an alt
mapping
and a
of
control.
Yeah, the mapping.
Mine are set up to base control.
So and that game, Guild Wars 2, felt so good with a controller.
Guild Wars 1.
No, Guild Wars 2.
You did Guild Wars 2
Yeah.
with a controller?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I've seen that on YouTube. Not yours, but I've seen people do it.
No,
with
yeah,
a
and
controller.
it felt perfect. It felt like I'm running around with the joysticks, and it wasn't
But
even. And
did
that
it
was
feel better than the keyboard.
yes.
Really, better
Yeah,
than the keyboard.
It felt better,
Wow.
and that's just me because I really enjoy sitting back, relaxing with it.
Yeah.
And you can do with that game, with those, how the game was made. Granted, I never did this with World of Warcraft.
I
and
don't think you can.
it
there's
would-
too
'cause
many
there's-
bars and there's
yeah,
too many
I mean, I
buildings.
look at that HUD and I'm overwhelmed at that game. But it was a lot of fun playing with a controller and an MMO,
Well, I think,
and
like-
that wasn't even. Imagine if a developer took time, did research, and implemented that system.
Well, yeah, and that's what I think ZeniMax is doing with Elder Scrolls. That's why it was delayed so long. But I think to make a successful, it has to be. You have to look at the console. You have to go console first, then everywhere else. You know what I mean? Because when you're making an MMO,
that would hurt the PC version if you did it that way.
Well, I mean, you'd have to do an exclusive console or something. You know what I mean? Because that would. I mean. Yes, it would hurt the people. Well, when
Blizzard,
they make an MMO, you're looking PC first and then everywhere else.
Having said that,
you know
Blizzard
what I mean?
did an excellent job with Diablo, and
but Diablo
to the point where it's better.
Well, again, Diablo they looked PC first when they made the game, but when they made Diablo for the Xbox, they went in and said, "Hey,
it's a complete change."
And it's a revamp of everything, and that's what you have to look console first, and you know what
well,
I mean.
Obviously, it's not a straight. It's never going to be a straight port for.
No, I don't think you could
MMO,
do a straight
obviously.
port. You've
got to
like,
go in and
I
take
think,
the time to.
Like you said, I was jealous of Japan getting Neverwinter, and I hope that eventually comes to us because Neverwinter was actually
China, right?
Or China, sorry, not Japan. Sorry, China. But because Neverwinter was a fun MMO, I still have it. I play it when I can. But the way their HUD is set up, like Guild Wars, it's not an overwhelming HUD, so you can put it on a controller, but it's still. And the movement in I could see them doing Neverwinter, but I don't know. I just
why I bring the Guild Wars 2 controller up is that wasn't a developer initiating.
No,
that
was
just
a
people
community
that
member. I've seen you can look them up on YouTube. They're actually really it's cool. I just didn't want to go through the effort.
And it felt
of
so
doing it all.
good. Yeah, the hardest part was taking the 5 hours to map out the dang controller, and you're like, oh my gosh! And then once you get it, it's like it felt like it was meant to be played with a controller, and that is not, that's 5 hours. Yeah, but imagine a developer that has the time, the resources to make an MMO for a console.
Well,
I think it's possible. I'm optimistic.
I think it's possible too. All I'm saying is I think you have to look at the console for. You can't go, okay, this is how we're going to do it on the keyboard, and let's figure out a way for the console later. You know what I mean?
Let's consensus. Would we like to see would we rather see more great couch co-op games or more great MMOs on the Xbox One? If you were to compare apples to apples.
Let's just no, you can do both. Let's just more Destiny-style games. Destiny is a combination of co-op. Well, you can't do couch co-op, but you do have a multiplayer aspect.
Yeah. But see, I wish you could do split screen and hang out with I miss that. I miss playing those games.
We did do that with Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it was hard. I mean, it was.
Yeah, it was so much better playing on like a bigger screen by yourself. You're like, oh wow, the
everything
gun
just
actually
looks really small.
The GoldenEye quad screen.
And this may be wrong, but when it's split screen like that, everything is kind of scaled down because the box has to render everything twice in all different. So that's why the graphics are a little bit more pixely. Is that? I've heard that before.
I don't know.
I did notice when I played full screen, the game did look a lot better. I was like, oh wow, this game does look good.
Yeah. So I would say both if I could, but I think and I want to see more MMOs.
There's so many good genres.
As long as the MMO is not a running simulator. That's my big beef with those games. That's all I ask.
That's why they have the numlock.
With that, let's get out of here. Mr. McSpicy, where can people reach you at?
At Mr. McSpicy is my Twitter, and on every game medium. Just Mr. McSpicy. Find me there. I love playing with gamers, and I love tweeting with gamers.
Tweeting game. Jordan.
Same. Jordan the Man XOB everywhere.
Everywhere.
So.
I'm XoneBros everywhere. Check us out. Don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter and Patreon, xonebros.com/support. And for the newsletter, xonebros.com/newsletter. Thank you so much, everyone who has joined us. Thank you for listening for another week. We will see you guys next time. And we're out of here.
Yes!